important to say something real than to check a canon box. The speech is about the sanctity of the truth and the danger of losing it. Mothma says, of all the things at risk, the loss of an objective reality is perhaps the most dangerous. The death of truth is the ultimate victory of evil. So much of Andor, and especially this season, has been about truth and trust. Beyond Andor, it's also a major theme of all of Star Wars. The Clone Wars has the moral of every single episode written in blue text before each story actually begins. Truth and trust come up more than 20 times, more than any other themes. In war, truth is the first casualty. Searching for the truth is easy, accepting the truth is hard. All warfare is based on deception. Struggles often begin and end with the truth. Deceit is the weapon of greed. No gift is more precious than trust. The first step toward loyalty is trust. Trust is the greatest of gifts, but it must be earned. You must trust in others, or success is impossible. George Lucas wanted to pass on to young people watching the Clone Wars many different lessons, but teaching them to separate truth from fiction was one of his biggest priorities, and I cannot think of a more relevant time for that lesson, and not just for young people, but for everyone, especially in the age of social media and algorithms and AI-generated search results and images and video and audio. Companies like X, Facebook, and Google want to control your view of the truth. It is no mistake that social media algorithms tend to favor the most extreme and divisive voices. It's not lost on me that I can go to Star Wars Celebration and feel like the Star Wars fandom is an amazing community, but then I go to Star Wars Twitter or YouTube and get lost in a sea of rage. Google used to serve up good search results with answers to questions, but more recently, they've begun serving up personalized results that they think you will want to see and not the results you need to see. And it's become littered with AI results that recommend eating a rock a day. These companies and their owners want us to feel isolated when we should feel more connected than ever. They want to lead people down a path of fear and anger because that's the easiest way to keep people engaged. When I first started this YouTube channel, I remember their own course says the best way to engage an audience is by making them feel something. Of course, all of their examples were to make people laugh or feel inspired. But want to know what emotions are far easier to generate? Fear and anger. Easily they flow, quick to join you in a fight. Social media and news outlets are all competing for your attention, and the quick and easy path is to generate a little fear. So we're fed a constant stream of algorithmically curated bullshit presented as fact, or search results that are flat out, sometimes even dangerously wrong, or God forbid you leave YouTube's autoplay function on. We've entered a time where the truth can be so easily obscured by whoever generates the most fear and the most outrage. The monsters that scream the loudest are given the most attention by tech and social media companies that profit from those screams and the engagement they generate. These companies have come to thrive on deception. If they obscure the truth, they can make people afraid. The path of ignorance is guided by fear, and if they can make people afraid of some other group, then they can make people angry at those groups. They can make people hate those groups. Just look at whatever Fox News is outraged about to see what I'm getting at. But do you see where I'm going with this? It's all the dark side. Fear leads to anger, hatred, and suffering. And fear comes so easily because by nature, people tend to fear what they don't know or understand. We live in a world where it's becoming easier and easier to find understanding and overcome that fear. But we also have powerful groups that are working to stop us from learning the truth about the big, scary other. And if they can stop us from learning the truth, then they can keep us stuck in our fear. Truth is so important because truth can strike down the specter of fear. And the truth is that those other groups are just people like you or me who want to live their lives in peace. Most everyone is just on this earth trying to do their best. But that's not a narrative that works for the Empire or governments like it. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Empires need enemies. They need a reason for their subjects to be afraid, so the people will tolerate a level of control they would never otherwise allow. They want us to fear and distrust one another. If we are unable to trust other groups or other communities, we will never be able to come together to truly unite and stand up for what's right. You must trust in others, or success is impossible.